Yeah, hello everyone. So in this class we are going to learn how we are going to calculate the moment of inertia about particular axis. So this is a given problem. Okay, so this we have to calculate the moment of inertia along the horizontal axis which is going to pass through the center of the section. Now you can see they have given you all the dimension here. What I'll be doing is I'm going to divide this particular area into small area. So this I'll be considering it as 1, and this is my second area, and this I'm going to take it as third area. Now I have just divided the area and I have written, okay, so this is the first area and this is the centroid of that particular first area and it is x1 y1. Similarly for second figure I have shown, and for third figure also I have shown separately. Now let us learn how we are going to calculate. Before that we'll just write it down. So this you just take it as component. So this would be area, this column, so area, and here we are going to consider distance of centroid from 1 1. Okay, so which would be y. Then I'll be going to calculate moment of area, which is nothing but a into y. Then a into y square, that is moment of area, and this is the moment of inertia about centroidal axis. Okay, so these are all the things, and you please write it all the units properly. Now my first component is what? My first component is a rectangle, and you can see x1 is not required. Why? Because we have to calculate the moment of inertia along the x, that is horizontal axis. So perpendicular distance would be y1. So that's why I'll be calculating only for y1. Now what is the area of a rectangle? It would be 400 into 50, that is area of the rectangle. So it would be 20,000. Now what is the distance here? You can see the distance, that means from here to here. If you see the figure, no, so it would be 75 plus 60 plus from somewhere here you will be having the center of the rectangle. So it would be from the bottom, it would be 75 plus 600 plus from here to here it would be b by 2. That means it is 50 by 2 you will be getting. So it is equal to 700. You understood? No, you have to calculate. Here the centroid would be, so from here to here 75, from here to here 60, from here to here it will be 50 by 2. Okay, that's why you'll be getting 700. Now a into y you just do, it would be 20,000 multiplied by 700 you have to do. So it is equal to 140,000. Then again a into y square you will be doing. So I will be getting 9.8 into 10 to the power of 9. And IGX, that is a moment of inertia along the centroidal axis, will be equal to BD cube divided by 12. So it is 400 into 50 cube divided by 12. Okay, so the value is 4166667. Okay, so you have to understand this value, this one, this, and this you will be considering. Then so second component is what? This will be my second component, and you can see the area of this rectangle would be here. So it is 50 into 60. Oh sorry, yeah, this is 600. Sorry, so you can see this is 600. So this is 600 mm. Now you have to calculate the G2. No, G2 would be somewhere here. So you will be getting 75 plus 600 by 2 you have to write. So it is 75 plus 600 by 2, which is equal to 375. So a into y, this multiply by this. So 1125,000. Then a into y square. So it will be 4.219 into 10 to the power of 9. Then Igx would be BD cube divided by 12. Okay, B is 50, D is 600. So it will be 9 into 10 to the power of 8. So this values we are going to consider. Then third is this one, that is last one. So area would be 200 and 200 by 75, and your centroid would be somewhere here, so it would be 75 by 2, because from the bottom we are calculating, no. So what is the area? It is 200 by 75, then 75 by 2, because from bottom only it is there, so it is 37.2. Then a into y you have to do 56,002, sorry, 5,60,500, and this would be 210,93750. Now moment of inertia would be BD cube divided by 12, so which is equal to 7031250. Okay, so now we are going to calculate the summation. So summation of area you just calculate, you have to add all the areas, because all the areas we are going to consider here. So it would be 65,000. Then this one you add, this column. Then these three values also you add. Then these three values also you should add. 9.112 into 10 to the power of 5. Okay, so this column values you just see. Now what we have to do is, I am going to calculate the values here. Okay, now see, I know that parallel axis theorem you remember, right? So before going for the parallel axis theorem, you have to calculate the y bar value. So what is the value of y bar? So you are going to calculate the y bar, that is summation of ay bar in divided by summation of a. So summation of ay bar you can see here. So this value, so this is summation of ay, that is 25812500. Area is 65,000. Okay, so we'll be getting 397.11 mm. So this is y bar value. Now see, we know that I11 is equal to what? Ixx plus a into y bar square. So this is parallel axis theorem. Now, and we also know that already we have I11 value, no? So what we are going to do is, see this, so this equation is also valid, and this equation also you can just write it. Okay, so both the equations are what? Parallel axis theorem only. Okay, first, now we have these two values, no? So let us calculate the I11 value first, then we are going to use this particular equation to calculate the Ixx value. So summation of Igx is equal to what? Summation of Igx is equal to, here you can see the last column value. So that is 9.112 into 10 to the power of 5. Then summation of ay square is this one, that is 1.404 into 10 to the power of 10. Just calculate the I11 value. So we'll be getting 1.495 into 10 to the power of 10 millimeter to the power of 4. Now use this particular equation to calculate Ixx value, which is equal to Ixx plus a into y bar square. So I have the value of I11. So Ixx value you should calculate. What is the area? Total area would be 65,000 as we have calculated, and y bar is equal to what? 397.11 whole square. Now calculate the Ixx value. It will be 4.70 into 10 to the power of 9 mm to the power of 4. So this is the value of the moment of inertia along centroidal axis.